country. And I think it's ridiculous that we're focused on this border in Ukraine. I got to be honest with you, I don't really care what happens to Ukraine one way or another.
The GOP out in Ohio are really having a moment. The ads coming out of their candidates right now are as ridiculous as they are racist. Welcome into TYT's Overruled. I'm your host, Adrienne Lawrence. The Ohio GOP is pushing hard to take the win in the upcoming elections, such that they're going so far as to put out some of the most absurd advertisements I've seen in some time. Here are two in particular. First, Ohio Senate candidate J.D. Vance, who wrote this book, Hillbilly Elegy, well, he went after people who say it's racist to want to build Trump's Great Wall along the southern border. Check this out.
Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans? The media calls us racist for wanting to build Trump's wall. They censor us, but it doesn't change the truth. Joe Biden's open border is killing Ohioans, with more illegal drugs and more Democrat voters pouring into this country. This issue is personal. I nearly lost my mother to the poison coming across our border. No child should grow up an orphan. I'm J.D. Vance, and I approve this message because whatever they call us, we will put America first.
Wow, that sure was pretty shameless, racist, and xenophobic. Also, for Vance to blame the border for his mother's long-term addictions is really something. As I understand, definitely illegal drugs are a key issue in Ohio, as it's one of the states hit hardest by the opioid epidemic. And I don't know what Vance's mother was addicted to. I do know, however, that, per the State Department, the vast majority of the heroin in the U.S. does come from Mexico, but the fentanyl from China. Also, most drugs come over the southern border by car and through online orders through international mail and express consignment services. Altogether, building a wall won't stop drug trafficking, nor will it stop Big Pharma. But what it will do, however, is to remind brown people that they don't belong in the United States. But I digress. Second, Josh Mandel, a far-right candidate for U.S. Senate for Ohio. He went even further into the abyss with his ridiculous campaign, essentially trying to exempt himself from racism. He even went as far as to invoke MLK Jr. Check this out.
Critical race theory is crap.
Martin Luther King marched right here, so skin color wouldn't matter.
I didn't do 2 tours in Anbar province, fighting alongside Marines of every color, to come home and be called a racist. There's nothing racist about stopping critical race theory and loving America.
Josh Mandel, pro-God, pro-gun, pro-Trump.
I'm Josh Mandel, and I approve this message. You want a fighter? Send in the Marine.
Yeah, that was Mandel walking across the Edmund Pettus Bridge to denounce critical race theory. He was clearly using MLK imagery to do that. And, just like you'd expect, he claims that he can't be racist because he's worked with black and brown people, as though proximity to people of color has ever been the issue when it comes to racism. A pro tip here. In the event that anyone ever tries to pull, I have a black nephew, a black friend. I dated a black girl in college as a way to say that they're not racist. They have big issues with race and probably are racist. So definitely be mindful of that. And also, this Mandel character, who is backed by Ted Cruz, he just is Josh Hawley with a worse haircut. Let's be real here. But what do you think? Do you think the Ohio advertisements are real shenanigans? You let me know in the comments below. Hit that like and follow button. And thanks for watching.